is in that area, and like the water's all up in the garage and the sheds and all this stuff. And it's like, she's to the point now. She's like, at my age, she's like, I'm just gonna just tell them to come and I'm gonna pay somebody to come and just throw everything away. I'm not dealing with all that. My papa's.
My dad keeps saying that every weekend I talk to him. He's like, I'm just gonna pay somebody to empty out this place.
That's what she's like. Look, now that it's rained and it's flooded again, because back in '97 they all flooded. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And we cleaned my papa's house out and all that stuff, and then it burned down. That's questionable.
Don't be putting these cases on.
But he passed away. He's not with us anymore. Love him. He's not with us anymore. But I was like,
Don't put posthumous. That's still a felony. They'll go into the financial records, Stephen, and get their money back.
My dad was like, that's quite odd.
Nikki V in the boot.
They want the boot.
Morning, fellas. We got a pretty day. Nice little reprieve from the rain. After about like 72 hours plus of rain. Yeah.
Well, it's been raining all.
It's been raining.
Like I said, I didn't want to sound like for people that actually have serious things going on right now, but it's like, God, it is nice to look out the window and just see gloomy, rainy. And I swear to everything, Chase has decided he is going to piss and poop every 25 minutes. Well, it's like when it rains, he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, but what about your dog?
See, you see what happened just now?
That was good.
Listen, Nikki, how long did it take you to go from that joke to it spilling from your gullet? Because I thought the same joke. And I was like, you know what, Marcus, practice a little self-discipline here and don't do it.
Nah, I didn't have any today. No filter today.
No, that was good. That was good.
Okay.
Love Chase.
Okay, so Steve, where are we at?
Well, I mean, listen, it's time to
wait a minute.
Nate Ament.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun just a tad bit.
Okay.
I don't want to forget this one. Shout out to Watson Memorial Baptist Church. Again, shout out to Watson Memorial Baptist Church.
Yeah.
They got my back, Steve.
Okay.
You remember last week we caught your boy James Black getting spicy at me? getting spicy with me over Nikki and me saying we're not connecting. Well, apparently the brethren at Watson didn't take too kindly to James being spicy with me.
Yeah, James, you don't need to be doing all that, man. Why are you like that?
Easy, James.
I know.
We mess with Maven. So listen. So Jalen, I say Jalen, James
learned today.
Yeah. James,
learned today.
I'm deep in these church streets, James.
St. Your city, James.
Yeah, you
St. Your city.
You
bro.
just had to get a little quick reminder about how this thing works. So I appreciate the church brethren for having my back. Okay, here we go.
Shout out.
Now where are we at?
I believe it was Mr. Booker, by the way.
Really?
That yeah. We're gonna call him Brother Booker.
Brother Booker.
So, yeah, that
technique fools.
Check. Yeah, just it said James. Look, James come in church and he's like, you better get on up to that altar.
Okay.
So slapped him in the back of the head. Said, what the hell is wrong with you? Get on up there. Do you remember Steve Harvey? He's like, what made me want to start going to church was when I realized Sister Odell cussed.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, speaking of this, there's a comedian, his name's Carlos Miller. He told the funniest story. He said, I became a comedian really young because he was supposed to do an Easter presentation. And he was like, he got up there, got the microphone and said, I forgot my damn speech. And he said he was a kid. He said his mom beat him in front of the church, took him out, beat him on the way home. He had to go to bed. He said, man, when I got back to the church, I was a superstar.
Yeah. And everybody was like,
he said, and they said, the Lord is talking through that boy. Give him something to do. Okay, where are we at? Are we on Nate Ament watch? Or are we on? Oh, okay. Wait, we're fresh. Okay, let me do this because it get nerdy when we talk to Nate Ament. We can open the phone lines when we're talking about recruits and roster. I don't want to do the disservice unless Drew and Blank have been talking nonstop about the Final Four. Let me just say this. That was some great basketball. Steve, let me say this with all the intonation and all the passion that I could possibly muster on this show at 10:16 in the morning. What I saw can save the entire sport of basketball. What I saw this weekend can save everything we hate about basketball. Not 98% of what we hate about basketball. Steve, it was fascinating to watch the players decide the sport's outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo to all the officiating crews, but it's a retroactive. I'm now extremely disappointed with the officiating over the course of the season when I saw how good a game can be officiated in the Final Four. And you treated it like a Final Four. And if you officiated games, if you taught your officials to officiate games exactly like that, you would have competitive, physical, great, high-level basketball. And basketball is like, people don't realize so much of basketball is self-policed anyway. It only gets bad when a team is wondering how the game is supposed to be played. Then it gets sloppy. That was great basketball. I mean, yes, they were the better teams, but if you let kids decide, or the NBA players, if you let them start deciding who hits the shot, who's physical, who's using their fundamentals, the sport itself will skyrocket in popularity. Okay, I got that off my chest. I had to get that out. Do you have anything hangover from the Final Four games?
Not really. I mean, I just watch games like that, just thinking about my team.
Yeah, and I always ask you the question. I say, did you see something? Did you feel closer after you watched it? Did you feel further? Yeah. Sometimes we watch BCS national championship games and you say, I'll never be that. And then sometimes you say, we might have got them.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. And that's kind of where I'm at, man. Like, I mean, I watched the Final Four and I was like, I was leading Duke twice this year. Like,
wait, what do you mean?
At halftime. Like,
what's significant about that, Steve?
Well, I mean, they were only trailing 3 times at half this year.
Wait,
Louisville was 2 of them. So,
what?
Yeah, I mean,
Duke only trailed at half 3 times this year.
Yes,
and Louisville was 2 of them.
Yeah, and when I see them, I'm like, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna have a better roster next year. And I mean, I was right there with Duke this year. And they're supposed to be one of the 4 best teams, and I believe they were, and they're a Final Four team, and I'm like, I can beat them next year. Whether they add Nate Ament or not, or we do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look at them and go, they're not going to be that good next year, no matter what happens.
Hey, you know what else I have to say? I have to say this. Lately, okay, you look at our roster, and this, I'll try to make this the last time I give this disclaimer, that any compliment of this roster over last year's roster is not an indictment. The adult in me, I told you this story. I want to share it with the people. I think enough time has passed
sure.
for this to be what is it? What's the phrase? When you can't get
the statute of limitations.
Yeah, statute of limitations, criminally prosecuted because it's not a felony. Long time ago, a point guard who was my backcourt point guard, he graduated. They brought a new point guard in to replace the old point guard. The point guard I played with was Cameron Murray, right?
Yep.
So Reese Gaines was coming in, and I was asked probably by like Pat 40 or somebody. Look, I'm gonna just pin this one on him. Pat 40, or somebody. I'll just say Pat 40. Don't worry about Pat. You just wear this one. Ask me, what about Reese Gaines? How much better are you going to be with Reese Gaines? I didn't know if that was being baited at the time, because immediately you're like, oh, well, he's taller, he's more athletic, he's the top recruit, whatever. He's going to be much better, like immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the wherewithal to think, well, that might hurt Cam's feelings, all right?
Sure.
Word might have got back around to me that he was pissed about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, at the time, I'm kind of like, well, like, I'm not saying you're not good, and I'm not saying you wouldn't do your thing, but I'm just complimenting. He's more athletic, he's bigger, he got higher upside, right?
Sure.
So I felt that, and I felt terrible ever since. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, maybe I should elaborate a little more. Look, maybe I should have addressed it later on. Say, hey, no, I wasn't saying that this guy's not good, and that maybe I should have been more elaborate with the way I explained it. But I always felt terrible because I didn't, say it really clear. I just, we'll be much better in backcourt. Bigger, stronger, faster, taller, more athletic. Like,
well, allow me.
Ouch.
I think we're going to upgrade at every spot other than Chucky Hepburn. So I think we already have upgraded at every spot other than Chucky Hepburn. And
you're gonna hurt some feelings, Steve. Don't do it.
They'll be okay.
They are you know what? Great point. They are more than well compensated for their feelings to not be hurt.
Now. So I'm allowed to do all this.
Yeah, Cam was doing it for free.
Yeah, and with Chucky, it's still you're looking at the number one point guard in the nation.
So listen, you guarantee not to be a complete downgrade at the point guard spot.
Yeah. I mean, so when you look at that, you're going, okay, man. Like, and when I think Isaac McNeely is a overall upgrade from Rain Smith. I think Ryan Comwell is an overall upgrade from Terrence Edwards. And I mean, when you look at guys like Javon Hadley, if he's back, and it seems to be trending that direction, he's going to be a upgrade from himself. At
the very least, he'll be exactly himself, which was a good player. Absolutely.
I mean, Kenai Roos is going to be in the same boat. I think a major upgrade from himself. I mean, Ali Khalifa is going to be an upgrade from Noah Waterman. James Scott's going to be an upgrade from himself. Sananda Frew is going to be a slight upgrade over Frank Anselm, as much as I love Frank Anselm. Sananda Frew is probably going to be an upgrade.
A slight upgrade.
Yeah, just a pinch. And I love me some Frank Anselm, and I love what he does.
8150 93.9 3831 93.9 is the text line. Where did you get the biggest upgrade? Or where do you feel like you have the possibility of the biggest upgrade?
The bigs. That's why I see the first text, or one of the first texts says we need a dominant big. I'm like, I think we upgraded massively in the bigs. I mean, last year you had Khalifa Frew and James Scott, to me, is a massive upgrade over Waterman, Frank Anselm, and James Scott. And I'm adding James Scott in both, obviously. But yeah, I mean, yes, that trio is a massive upgrade from the other ones, without question. And I'm leaving Case and Pryor out there just because I don't know what quite is going on with Case is with Case and Pryor yet. I
Yeah,
definitely think it's not.
It's murky.
Guaranteed one way or the other.
Yeah,
I do think it's murky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think necessarily Hadley is just a sure thing, but I think things have trended that way with Case, and I think it's, does it this is my opinion. This isn't kind of does the Nate Ament decision probably changes Kaysen's future one way or the other? I think so, and again, that's totally my opinion. But yeah, I mean, no, and we'll get into Nate Ament in a little bit. We can have the conversation. I've saw on the message boards and read, and just we'll have the deadline conversation.
Okay,
I want to have that with you here in just a bit on how you feel about deadlines for players, and in this situation in particular. But yeah, I mean, to me, tell me where. Let me also play this game, Marcus. Year 2, Pat Kelsey in the ACC. To me, that's an upgrade over year 1, Pat Kelsey.
That's where I was going to go. I'm looking forward to the next interview. And I want to hear one question, or I want to be asked one question. Now,
go ask.
Listen, he has the right to give the cliche answer, or the self-deprecating answer, where he says, because you ask him, "Hey, coach, what do you think you'll be better at next year?" He can say, "Well, everything, of course." With every year of experience. Look, Skip Prosser once told me that every single day, either you get better or you're getting worse.
Coach.
You say what?
I said, "Shut up, coach. Are you better?"
How are we going to be better? Look, and this is a Davenportism when he says, hey, Marcus, hey, you're either going to get better or you're going to get worse. There's no saying the same today. You're going to be a year older, you get better or get worse.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Kelsey, today, did you get better? What did you get better at?
I don't need your BS, man.
Steve,
by the way,
you're getting so arrogant with a good roster, aren't you?
I know. Yeah. Oh, God, yes. Are you kidding me? I mean, look, Kentucky got Jalen Lowe this weekend, and I was like, oh, nice little pickup, guys.
Steve.
Yeah.
Does that show their low expectations? Get it?
Yes.
Low.
I literally saw
expectation.
Marcus.
Low expectations.
I get it for sure.
Like,
look,
Kentucky has low expectations.
No, it was good. It didn't hit. It didn't hit. It was good though. It was good. It was good.
No,
it was good.
You get it?
No. I love it. You listen, and I'm not even gonna make a joke because you put yourself out there, and I'm proud of you. Okay, listen, I'm proud of you,
Nikki. Where was my rim shot, please?
Dude, I'm trying to find it. I know it's on here somewhere. Right,
Never mind.
There it is.
Hey.
Oh wait, here I think I found it. Got it. Sorry, I was late.
Rim shot, Nikki. But it was. But my thing is
that was funny, Steve. No. It was funny in real life, not the joke. It was funny in real life to see the reaction.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like Louisville fans were like, "That's a nice pickup." I told me and Chase were talking before the show. I was like, "You never want your rival to be like, hey, that's a good pickup." If your rival is like doesn't even laugh, and you're like, "Yeah, hey, nice pickup. Yeah, he's a nice player."
No, Steve, you're looking at it from the kind of like the rivalry. Sorry about that. You're looking at it from like a real basketball point of view, right?
Of course.
I'm looking at it when I saw they had signed Jalen Lowe, and then I saw the reaction, and then the reaction just got, it was like, it was almost like a panic. Like, I need to find out how I can sell this. Like how I can sell this to my people. It was just like.
Well, Matt Jones had a great way to sell it.
I'm listening.
You want to know how he sold it?
I'm listening.
3rd team All ACC point guard. I love the pickup.
Listen,
hey, the ACC is buns. But we got this third teamer. Okay, hear me out, from Pittsburgh. Who? What did they? What did they? I mean, they finished top 2 or 3 in the conference, right? Well, no. I mean, they were like 9th, 10th, but he was third team.
Did they make the ACC tournament?
They did barely, but they did.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, I mean, this pickup for Kentucky is okay. Well, but it's Mark Pope, right? So he can shoot the hell out of it, right? Well, no, not really. But it's a great pickup. Okay. Now hear me out. I could see Kentucky fans just kind of like, okay, all right, well, yeah.
See, that's the part I saw. Listen, I saw.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got to recruit again. I saw of like full. It looked like some news that broke that they had been waiting on. Like I was wondering if he just came there for free. Like, what's the catch that has everybody, like actually, onto it? Like I hadn't seen some of the UK people that show up on my timeline. I hadn't seen them tweeting in 2 weeks, and it was like from 0 tweets to like 40 tweets per person.
They out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They out there. They're panicking. Look at it.
He's right, Mortimer. My God, look at it.
That was awesome.
I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, is there something I'm missing?
Yeah.
Jalen Lowe is kind of tough, though.
He's a good player. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, he's a good player. What? Like I said, Chucky gave him almost 40. Like, Chucky's really good.
Steve, can you explain to them, when you explain to the people where my brain went on the basketball side of things? That was a good look, man. Listen, he got a good look. I'm looking at Cooper Flag on that last look.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good look, man. That's a good look. Okay,
Yeah.
Steve, explain to the people, and I'm sorry if you can hear it in background. I didn't realize I had the TV up. Explain to the people immediately where my brain went to on the basketball side as far as how that benefits us so much.
Well, you had a good point. I mean, because if you look, there's a rumor out there that Kentucky Louisville game could be quite early in the season, like earlier than it's ever been. Now we'll see if that ends up being the case or not. But your point was fantastic, because you're like, it literally, you just scouted the Louisville Kentucky game at the guard position for Louisville. Like, you just went and got a guy that Louisville saw twice and is busted up twice. And now you're going to throw him in a Kentucky jersey early in the season and say, okay, well, here's their guard. Well, fantastic. I know this guy.
Steve, seriously.
Yes.
If he is your starting point guard, we have already scouted him to a T twice in a row. And we have you and I acknowledged that we got their best performance. And we didn't feel like we were going to lose the game ever. So there's that. Our ability to scout him. Okay. Now let's go to the psychological basketball element, and we can jump around. You can, like I say, you can stop me. We can change directions in anything. And you feel free to jump in here. 8150-93.9. The reason I had Steve say this first, so it wouldn't sound like this is radio, hot takey stuff. I said this immediately to Steve. Not only is our scout finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I coach my team to a victory, if I execute to a victory against this point guard, right? And make no mistake about it, he was the captain of that Pittsburgh ship. If I do that to you and you put him in a Kentucky uniform, what does that do to the mystique? Because I'll be the first to admit, our players have to crack a little bit of that. We're in Kentucky. This is still Rupp. This is still, one of the premier places to say I have played, right? The coaches have to respect that. Every coach we've had, you felt things were different, with the, our players might be tight. And, how many times do we say, man, if we just got rid of that opening or that, that first half drought where the crowd, or not even the crowd, just the mystique of the situation, the rivalry part of it. When you have a staff, a good number of players who have already faced this guy and beat him, that Kentucky name on the front doesn't mean anything to you or anything near what it meant before. So if I stick some of my guys out there that already been through it, it's like, even in the prep, like, hey guys, I've coached you to beat this guy as a captain of this team.
Yeah.
So I just wanted people to acknowledge that's a big psychological deal. And from the scouting department, it takes mystique, and it's a step back. It's a step back in how Louisville has to approach that rivalry game.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I totally agree. So it's okay. Do you want to do this? Do you want to take a quick break, and then we'll get to Nate Ament and kind of the conversation there?
That's perfect.
Okay. All right. Let's do that.
Quick commercial break. 939 DeVille.
Hey, Card fans. Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Bon cher, are you hungry? Okay, I'm not going to do a Cajun accent, but you guys already know the fine folks at Lulu Food and Drink have some of the best Cajun food in the city, right?
Well, now they have a brand new location in the heart of Middletown at 12717 Shelbyville Road. 3 area locations, St. Matthews, Market Street in New Loop, and now Middletown, each offering a unique experience of Southern food with more than a dash of New Orleans and Italy. And don't forget to try our extensive wine and cocktail list. Lulu Food and Drink, now in Middletown.
For pure safety and total clean, call the experts at Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water technology replaces those old school chemicals and harsh soaps, leaving your carpets cleaner longer. Right now, you can get 3 rooms for the price of 2. That's 3 rooms clean, but you only pay for 2. Mention ESPN Louisville to secure this deal and book online at ZeroResLouisville.com. And ask about Zero Res's commercial cleaning, too. Zero Res, all they leave is clean.
Looking for a thrilling new experience in Louisville? Head over to Next Level Ranges, the city's newest high-tech gun range. Whether you're a pro or a beginner, we've got the perfect setup with state-of-the-art lanes, expert instructors, and a safe, welcoming atmosphere. Wrap up your shooting with a farm-to-table meal from Grass Social, or kick up your feet and relax in our exclusive members lounge. With personal lockers for your convenience, you'll feel right at home. Located just off Blankenbaker Parkway across from Lexus of Louisville and J-Town, Next Level Ranges, where precision meets passion. Visit nextlevelranges.com for more information. That's nextlevelranges.com.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of Remax Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, this is Bob Valvano. Winter's winding down. Spring is just around the corner. And that means it's time to get your HVAC system ready for the warmer months ahead. Ken J. Biener HVAC, your trusted American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, is offering a $95 air conditioning tune-up special. I used Ken J. Biener & Son for my HVAC services, and you should too. Call Ken J. Biener & Son HVAC today at 584-9960 and schedule your spring AC tune-up. That's BUEHNER, Ken J. Biener & Son, an American Standard heating and air conditioning deal.
Looking to elevate your space? KPG Glass has you covered. From custom showers and bathroom glass to windows, doors, and unique custom etching and even printed glass, KPG brings your vision to life. Need something bigger? KPG specializes in large commercial construction and renovation. KPG delivered stunning custom glasswork to the Keeper Center and the baseball team's locker room renovation. Look up their portfolio on kpgglass.com. That's kpgglass.com.
There's never been a better time to shop and save for your appliances, so come and visit us today at Chenoweth Appliances. Chenoweth Appliances carries GE refrigerators, GE washers, and GE dryers at the best prices in Kentuckiana. Take advantage of huge savings and rebates all month long. Don't pay more than you have to, so if you're building or remodeling or one of your appliances has seen better days, come in and find what you need. Locally owned Chenoweth on Taylorsville Road in J-Town or ChenowethAppliances.com. If you can't get it anywhere else, get it at Chenoweth.
So you just started working and you're finally on your career journey. But with student loans, rent, groceries, you need every dollar to be working for you. That's why Commonwealth Credit Union created Power Checking, the incredible all-in-one account that powers your spending, and with built-in high-yield savings, grows your balance at the same time. No minimums, no limits. Visit ccuky.org/power to learn more. Power Checking only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you different. Insured by NCUA. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence. Don't do that already, Brad. 719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
These days, women know exactly the look they want with their engagement ring.
They walk in with their iPhone in hand and show us a picture and ask us every day, do you have this? Can you get this? Most of the time I have it right in my showcase.
That's Wendy Canavan at Genesis Diamonds, where they have thousands of rings, all the newest styles and hottest trends, not the stale, boring rings you see at other places.
Styles that you see in most jewelry stores are styles that you would have seen in Genesis 5 years ago.
Genesis was chosen by all the top designers to be be an authorized retailer. Names like Tacori and Viraggio, Kirk Cara, Henry Dawson.
Halo, vintage, contemporary, rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, and platinum.
Handmade rings for any budget.
We have designer engagement rings starting at $895 that are beautifully made. A ring you could be proud to put on her hand.
Genesis diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes.
One thing that a woman will put on every single day and wear for the rest of her life. She wants it to be the ring of her dream.
Shelbyville Road Plaza.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
We have Antonio on the line. Go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. At this point, I'd like to take a quick moment to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222. Or you can look up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222. Or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Before we get to the phone lines, Nikki?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm surprised you didn't go OV Mania this morning.
Oh, there'll be plenty of time for that. But yeah, no, that was awesome. I'm so mad at myself because I wasn't watching it live. I've been blessed to watch a lot of historic sports moments.
Fan you are. Don't worry. You'll just be lying in a year or two. Like, I remember watching it live.
Oh no, I missed it. Look, we had a leak in our roof, and we were, we had just got done talking with a repairman. I hop on Twitter. You know who told me? Jason Entz texted me. He was like, OB, and I was like, oh shoot, I missed it. And so then I immediately hopped on, came to it 5 minutes late, and saw all the highlights. But man, that was awesome. I mean,
I missed
it. Steve,
dude, I mean, it's the biggest hockey record that's happened in my lifetime. It's awesome.
I swear to God, one day he'll just say, "My bad, I messed that up. I missed it." Without bringing in
this is my bad.
Why the leak in the roof?
Bad.
Why the leak in the roof?
No, because that's what was going on. Like, I mean, that's 100% what was going on. And I in my mind, I already had it that he was gonna break the record at home. I don't know why. The dude's been white hot, but I was like, he's not gonna break it in New York. He'll wait until Tuesday. And I was fully expecting, because the V show, me, Pops, Tulio, Jamie, we're going to a Predators game tomorrow. Fully expecting to have the announcement during that hockey game that he had broken the record in Washington back home. But no, he got the job done. It was an old school wrist shot. It was a beautiful thing. Great celly afterwards. Great class by Wayne Gretzky. I mean, Ovi's one of one, man. It was pretty cool.
Antonio, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Thanks for taking my call, Marcus and Steve. I wanted to get your opinion on who you think is going to win tonight, the championship. And I wanted to just give some comments about how Houston reminds me of our 2013 team, where once they got down, they just never seemed to panic, once they were down, and finger point or any of that. And when they get that smelling the blood in the water mentality, you can see it. You can see them coming. And that does remind me a lot of 2013, how we would get down, but once you saw that look and they saw the other team sort of wilting at the 30-minute mark in most of the games, the jump shot shooters' legs were gone, and just playing Houston is physical, and that's how it used to be with us. But I wanted to get y'all's opinion on who y'all got tonight and why, and I'll hang up and listen. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely appreciate the call.
For sure, man.
Florida. I think Florida can score.
Yeah.
They're deep. I mean, I like Houston, but Florida just showing they put constant pressure on you.
Drew said it best this morning. I think that Houston game did feel a little bit like that was what that took. I mean, they were dead, and it's like that took it has the vibe of, man, that was maybe the juice that you could get out of it. And look, no, I mean, we've been very pro Houston on this show all year. I mean, I think they're tough.
Whoa.
So,
hey, Steve.
What? Yeah.
I think I got a new neighbor. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Let's go.
We'll get the welcome basket ready, baby. Okay. God, I had the window open. Look, I would have been showing off. Welcome back to Middays with Marcus Mabin.
I have my own radio show.
ESPN Louisville. Okay.
No.
Okay, Steve. Nate Ament.
Yeah. Nate Ament.
I want to give a not disclaimer. I want to give a bit of perspective on this one really quick with the Nate Ament conversation. You might agree or not. There is, of course, we move on to the next recruit. With Nate Ament, it's kind of like the sword of Damocles hanging over your head. He's a possible get. We've had no reason in this whole, off-season window to be disappointed in anything. We literally haven't missed, right? Or the narrative it's been complimentary. The odds have come out, the top 25 projections and just everything. The Nate Ament is the only sword of Damocles possible thing that could feel like it derails. I think the talk about Nate Ament, the narrative is, the Duke, and he's waiting on Duke, and it feels like that's the narrative, and nobody really knows, and it's like, it's about the money or is it not about the money? I'm gonna say this for this conversation right now. Currently, my mood, and this swings all the time. You know it, I know it. I've sometimes I say go get a 6th-year senior big man. That's mature, that can give Nate Ament everything he wants early in the year. Do I think Nate Ament will give anybody anything they want by the end of the year? Absolutely. But here's the thing, Steve. And this is the feeling. It came to me as natural as humanly possible. The other day I said, I've been talking about, getting, stainless steel, heavy pans, and, just upgrading all the little things around me. Right.
Right.
Okay. I thought about this when I was washing dishes. I bought a set, Steve, of expensive dish towels, hand towels, and washcloths, right? Of top tier washcloths. Steve, I look forward to washing dishes with good, big, thick, solid hand. It just cleans better, right? I was like, I love having 10 hand towels and 10 wash rags, and it just cleans better. My stainless steel cleans better. My utensils clean better. And I'm like, you got to go get Nate Ament.
Okay.
Thinking about my dish towels, it's like, no, I need better utensils. I need better things to work with. And I'm enjoying the better things. So right now, my current mood is not go get the discount guy. Get it done with just this. So it's like I said, my small expenditures have taken over my way of thinking as far as my recruiting. Go get Nate Ament.
Well,
okay.
Let me ask you this though, because this has been kind of the scuttle, and whether it's true, not true, we're not saying that, but do you think it's okay at this point? Now that Duke is out of the tournament. If you're Louisville and you're sitting here on April 7th, do you think it's appropriate for Louisville to be a team that says, okay, we have a significant amount of money for you. You've got till X day, and then we're moving on.
If I have a bird in the hand, yes. If I had a negotiating counter individual, yes. If I don't want to get caught bluffing. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're serious.
Unless you're serious.
It's not bluffing if you're like, no, listen, we want to know by said date or we're out. And
right.
We're going to call the other schools and make sure they know us and our $3-4 million is out.
Okay, is that bad business practices?
I mean, is it bad business practice because it's business practice. This recruitment has become business practices. So before anybody's like, oh man, he's a kid. He's trying to make the best decision for himself. No, he's not. He's not making this decision at this point. Like, and I'm not saying, and I want him, right?
Right.
Like I want him. I'll celebrate to the moon if we get him. But you're dealing with an agent bouncing schools off of each other at this point.
Let me ask you this. Does that Vegas betting odd factor in Nate Ament? Isn't that crazy if that's not even factoring in Nate Ament?
Well, I don't think it is, because I think that's why Duke's probably number one. Right?
So you think they have Duke, the projection that he'll be there is why Duke is
I would
one.
imagine, I would imagine. And that's why I'm like, if you're Louisville, I mean, I've got a
or
case
do they
in
know
Pryor
Cooper Black
right
coming
here.
back?
Yeah, well, I would highly doubt that happens. But,
wait a minute.
But
what's let me just say that. Let me ask real quick. Nikki.
Okay.
How much
Yes.
did last year's number one pick make?
Let's see.
Salary.
Now, are you talking about their projected NIL, or are you talking?
No.
about
How much do you make as a rookie, as a top pick rookie in the NBA?
All right, let's take a look. See,
and don't get irritated with me, Steve.
No,
because I just want to float it out there for perspective.
Yeah, no.
Let's see here. This year's number one choice, Zachariah Rashar. Let's see here.
Come on, Nikki. Don't let
trying
your
to
phone
find out how
freeze
much
up.
you got paid.
Pressure,
No,
Nikki.
I'm not. Making me nervous.
Could have just said
salary.
Lottery salary. Go ahead.
All right. The French kid made 4 years, $57 million.
Okay, well, I sound like an idiot. Keep going, Steve.
Cooper Flag. Anyways,
keep going,
Including
Steve.
25.
Yeah,
as
just
you were.
about 26 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
An average annual salary of 14.2.
Yep. So buy Cooper Flag. But I would imagine that they're doing that. So now you have Louisville. I mean, and if you're Louisville, I'm like, you have that amount of money to spend. I think you're saying there are other fish in the sea. I'm loaded. Okay. You've known we have a top five. Like I can only imagine, God bless the 502 circle, because I can only imagine what it's like talking to an agent for a 17-year-old kid. And you're like, dude, we have a top 10 roster. We're offering you over $3 million. And he's like, well, we still need to talk to Arkansas and Duke. Well, then go talk to them. Go. As a matter of fact, go play there. and enjoy it.
Is this the mood you're getting in now, Steve?
Yeah, I kind of am with this whole thing. Like, either crap or get off the pot, man. Like, you know what we have. We
Do you
can't
think
keep waiting.
The Ament recruitment is stopping us from landing somebody?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I think Louisville's done with it. I know Louisville over the weekend. Hang on one second. Then we'll play out. Louisville over the weekend contacted a top 5 kid in the portal and offered him a fat amount of money. that kid ended up committing somewhere else. I think Louisville's saying, okay, we're done with the eggs in this basket. You either are going to, you want to come to Louisville or you don't. And if you're still questioning it after all this time, you probably don't.
I'll put this on the back end of your point. Our biggest strength was buy-in.
Yeah.
Would this alarm you, a disturbing buy-in, or are you just saying this is an agent thing? And if an agent can get you to buy in on stalling this much, can they get you to buy in on just being a selfish player?
I would blame the agent for me immediately, yes. But I could, and I can say, okay, he went ahead, he picked Louisville. I do believe that's where, because the word is the people around him have been pretty pro Louisville in this recruitment. Okay. So I believe that's a thing, but also we're entering into territory. Like if this thing is not done by the end of this week, I would almost say, Nate, we're entering into territory where you may want to just go somewhere else, because I know my fan base. And
I got this guy named Steve Rummage. Has got the whole world ready to turn on you.
Yeah. And I wish you would come in here. I wish you would come in here not ready to go. Because we're at the point now where I'm going to be like, dude, everybody knows you're making $3-4 million. We're going to hate you. Like you've drug us along.
You better be really humble.
You better be unreal. Because if we can you imagine playing Kentucky earlier and he drops a 4 or 5 point burger and we lose?
You better have a James Scott attitude.
Holy crap. I would be like, he'd be walking up the tunnel and I'm going to be like, what a waste of money. What a waste of money. Come on, bro.
I'll be like,
dude, you either want to play here or you don't.
Steve would do that from the scorers table, from the media press row.
What are you doing here? Like, I can't sit here and watch Otega Owe working my $4 million freshman. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, this is what I waited, till mid-April for. So I think Louisville knows that too. And I'm not, listen, I say all that. I want Nate Ament, and I think he's worthy of the money. He's the number 4 player in the country. But I think Louisville knows that too. And I think that's why Louisville has kind of let Nate Ament's camp know, like, hey man, it's time to put up, shut up. Like we're not giving you one of those, like, well, if you don't want to play here, but it's like, hey man, we've been more than patient. If it's not us, that's fine. But we're moving on. So we're going to go, Case and Pryor's right here. There's other players entering into the portal. We have money to play with. Like, we have money to finalize what we need in our roster. And we're ready to be done with it, because really it's probably a piece that we're going to add, and that's going to be it. We're ready to start being a thing. So I don't know. That's kind of just where I am with it. Like, and I trust Pat Kelsey and I trust his staff. They may go, no, Steve, we've got a great relationship with his family and he's good enough to wait. Okay, well then I trust you on that too, but I do think there's a little bit of exhaustion creeping in with this thing.
With the staff?
It's like, no, with the fans. Okay. I don't know with the staff. I would imagine, I believe with the people, the money people.
Yeah, but staff, they probably don't take it personal like we do.
Like, I don't know. Yeah.
It's transactional, like you said.
Right. So we'll see how it goes, but I would imagine if Nate Ament's coming here, we'll know something sooner than later.
By the time I wake up from my nap.
I need to know.
Rolling along, 93.9 The Ville.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of homes, I have the perfect realtor that can meet all of your needs. The name you should know, Derek A. Stewart. Derek A. Stewart brings experience and expertise to all of your home buying and selling needs. Derek is also familiar with any and every type of property and location you could be interested in. And the best part is, your home field advantage is only a telephone call away. So do yourself a favor and call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Looking for the perfect place to kick back, relax, and catch the Cards, Cats, or Hoosiers? 1020 Brewery has you covered. With their fun, laid-back atmosphere, it's like a sports bar without the sports bar feel. Grab a pint of their refreshing 1020 light beer, dig into their amazing food, and enjoy the games on our multiple big screen TVs with friends. And with college basketball hitting its peak, there's no better place to catch all the action of the conference tournaments and NCAA matchups. So grab your crew and come visit 1020 Brewery in Butchertown or Clarksville, the best place to cheer, chill, and enjoy the game. 1020 Brewery. Great beer, great food, great vibes. Come visit us.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Sports fans, score big at Boom Buzz Pizza and Wash Bar. Enjoy gourmet pizzas, game day specials, handcrafted cocktails, ice cold beer, and the best game day atmosphere in town. Boom Buzz is the perfect spot for sports fans, private parties, and gatherings, with state-of-the-art audio and video systems making every game day special for the big game. Boom Buzz Pizza and Wash Bar. Eat, drink, watch. Order online at boombuzz.com.
Westwood One's presentation of March Madness on ESPN Louisville is delivered by Extreme Auto Sound and Marine, XAS502.com. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurt in a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improved mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find that your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make the change for good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
At the absolute worst, it was a little white lie.
A little white lie.
After all, when it hit the line, it felt like a 15-pounder. It doesn't matter what the scale says. So it might be an ever so slight deviation from the truth.
Sometimes in fishing, the truth is hard to catch.
Maybe just a stretch.
But the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife reminds you, fishing isn't about math. It's about fun.
And fudging a little if you need to.
Kentucky fishing.
It'll make a fire out of you.
At Genesis Diamonds, we tell you the inside secrets other jewelers don't want you to know. For example, did you know natural diamond prices have fallen back to levels not seen in over a decade?
Right now, the value in natural diamond prices is unbelievable.
Genesis Vice President David Cooper.
With today's prices, the consumer can get on average 20 to 30% more diamond for their money than they could get just a few years ago.
But not everyone will tell you this.
Customers tell me they are shocked when they see the diamond prices at Genesis after shopping around.
Because Genesis is buying on the world market every single day, we can pass instant savings along to our customers, something other jewelers can't always do.
Most retailers today don't have real diamonds in stock, or they're sitting on old inventory that is overpriced and don't want to give up their margins.
So don't risk paying more than you should. Get true market-based pricing at Genesis.
Real diamonds right now are priced at a value that we haven't seen in decades.
Genesis Diamonds.
We love exposing the secrets of the diamond industry to the public.
Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Hey guys, Mark Ennis here. Is your home too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, or are your energy bills too high? Then it's time to call First Choice Insulation, your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. At First Choice Insulation, they provide top quality insulation solutions to keep your home comfortable year round. First Choice Insulation has worked on projects like Denny Crum Hall and with some of the largest commercial and residential builders in the region. Whether upgrading your attic or insulating your crawl space, they've got you covered with professional service and the best materials. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation. Stop burning dollars to heat and cool your home. Mention ESPN Louisville for $100 off your next project. First Choice Insulation, 502insulation.com.
In a world in need of spice and flavor,
my food, it's so bland.
A hot sauce journeys the earth, fighting to bring balance back to your food. Formed from blending delicious ingredients and harnessing the power of fermentation, a Vigilante is born. Vigilante, not the hot sauce you always wanted, but the hot sauce you always needed.
My hero.
Rated E for everyone.
This is Jeff Jewell with Tech Restore, Louisville's location for tech urgent care. Why pay new retail prices when you can save hundreds on high-quality, certified pre-owned devices? At Tech Restore, we call them hero devices because they're on their second tour of duty and ready to serve you. With over 50 models in stock, including PC and Apple laptops, desktops, iPhones, and game consoles, plus the accessories to support them. Mention ESPN Louisville and receive a free accessory bundle with a paid repair. Visit us in Hikes Point or online at techrestore.com and see all that we have to offer. Tech Restore, saving your one device at a time.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial # law on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
This is Noah Ellison with Retirement Planning Solutions, your locally owned independent financial advisory firm. At Retirement Planning Solutions, we strive to help you not only maximize your income, but also minimize your tax burden. It's not just about saving on taxes this year, it's about reducing your lifetime tax bill. Remember, not all money is taxed the same. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Our tailored strategies help you prepare for today and the future. To learn more about Retirement Planning Solutions, call our office at 502-499-5668 or visit us online at retirementplanningsolutions.com to schedule your complimentary consultation.
Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC is an SEC registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC has attained a particular level of skill or ability. Retirement Planning Solutions, LLC is not a legal or accounting firm. Please consult with your legal or tax professional regarding your specific tax situation when determining if any of the mentioned strategies are right for you. Securities offered through Silver Oak Securities Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Retirement Planning Solutions and Silver Oak Securities are not affiliated.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now, when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
You probably have questions about Stronghold's new modular drawer storage. Like, is it better and tougher than the other guys? Does it ship faster? And does it come with a free lock upgrade? All to which we say, heck yeah. Shop now at strong-hold.com.
What's wrong?
I caught my wife in a lie.
That's bad.
We're fishing, right?
Yeah.
She catches a catfish, 4-pounder, claims it was a 7, snaps a picture, sends it to all her friends.
And they bought it?
Yeah, people believe her.
You taught her well.
Indeed, I did.
Your Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife reminds you, fishing's not about math. It's about fun.
And fudge it a little if you need to.
Kentucky fishing. Be honest.
It'll make a liar out of you.
The madness is here. Check out the standings on your bracket at ESPNglobal.com. Head over to ESPNglobal.com right now to check out the standings where you rank in the ESPN Global Bracket Challenge for your shot at prizes like a 50-inch TV from RGB Home Theaters, passes to Louder in Life and Bourbon and Beyond, wings for a year from Buffalo Wild Wings, pizza for a year from Boombox Pizza and Watch Bar, an annual membership to Planet Fitness, tickets to upcoming shows and events at the KFC Yum Center, custom orthotics from New Horizon Foot and Ankle, a storage unit with your favorite team color from Stronghold, a remote starter kit or backup cam, or gift cards to Extreme Audio Sound and Marine, gear and swag from Next Level Ranges, Kentucky branded, Shady Rays, tickets to upcoming shows at the Global Palace, and much more. The ESPN Global Bracket Challenge is live now. Check the standings at ESPNglobal.com to see where you rank. The ESPN Global Bracket Challenge is brought to you by Coors Light, UA Local 502, Mechanical Contractors of Kentucky, Louisville Ladder, and Kentucky Fish and Wildlife.
I paid my dues.
That is because you realize Johnny and those guys were doing that back when I played.
You asked me that.
They were playing manager games everywhere we played on the road. You know what else they do? They'd exchange gear.
Oh,
and I thought that was the cool. Can you imagine the managers got UCLA gear, Duke gear, just Hoya gear by exchanging practice uniforms with the other teams? Probably went straight to
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that would be fantastic. They went out there and got it done, though, man.
And they got it done. No, listen, it's funny, but it's when you see the way they work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
when you see the way they work and the way they are expected to know and execute, the exact same way. Like if you're short staffed, and like how long did we have like 6-7 players that where people couldn't practice, and they were literally expected to be able to give Chucky Hepburn the exact same workout, or whoever was practicing the exact same workout as a team. So he had a high standard, man. He had a high manager standard.
No, he did, and he was there. So good on him.
Who else was there? Was Donovan there? No,
Rain Smith. No, Donovan was playing. He was playing San Antonio. So PK got a picture with Donovan, and he got a picture with Gorgie. It was fantastic with Johnny Ballgame, man.
That's awesome. Let me give a shout out. Now, people, these are some of the times that I want you to pay particular attention to our shout outs, because you may be in true need for the help of Kentucky and Pump Sales. So I want to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. Yes, that would be one. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. People, the moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com. Okay.
Somebody on the text line said, in no case should we ever boo a U of L athlete. I'm like, okay. Well, that person is the only person that's ever booed their team.
You boo because you care.
I say, hey, man, don't worry about it. We're down 25. It's all good. We're only 25 behind. I'm like, I give credit to you. That's incredible.
It's only 10 3-pointers. We're good. Relax, Steve.
Like, we're chill.
So here's the thing, Steve. Before we get back into it.
Yeah.
Quick rapid fire. For one, something tickled me during this commercial break, and I encourage people to take a peek at it at some point. It's not very important, but Steve, you know how something just hits your funny bone and everybody in the room can just say, what's wrong with you? It's not that funny, right?
Right.
But it just got me, Steve. There's a tweet, a little video. Apparently a lady posted pictures of them on vacation, them doing stuff together, her and her husband, right?
Okay.
I'm trying not to have a episode. So, pictures, he's, they're at nice places and, just chilling, he's grinning a little bit. And then she shows, here's the picture of my husband with fish. And Steve, and every time he has this big, catfish or big, marlin or something, Steve, he is smiling from ear to ear. It's just, it's just a compilation or a collage, and it's just he's smiling so big, and I could just see if a
happiest man alive.
And if a woman just put those pictures together and just like, look how he's smiling. And that I could just see a girlfriend just stewing, or a wife just, it's just hitting her out of nowhere, just like, he's really happier with these fish than he is with me.
Hey, that to me is sports. Or like next week, I'm leaving for Las Vegas next Thursday.
Okay.
To go to WrestleMania, right?
Right.
And doing the WrestleMania week, I'm like, if you could see me there, it would be like, why is he so happy? Like Charity would probably be
way
like,
too happy.
Why is he so happy?
You're gonna have to purposely frown in pictures, Steve. If you're going to be on any kind of social media presentation,
yeah,
just look mean.
Yeah. It'd be more fun. Yeah.
Look, and when she asks, say, "I was all right."
Yeah.
It was awesome. Listen, she's gonna have an attitude if you talk about it was the best time of your life.
The greatest thing that's ever happened.
Ever.
Me to WrestleMania.
Okay, that's one. Okay. Random topic number 2.
Okay.
Fair or foul, Hakeem not getting to celebrate on the court with his Houston.
That's unreal. I mean, that's just unreal. Like, I mean, what are we doing here, man? Like, you can't. I mean, you get like arguably the greatest player to ever play at the school. You know, arguably, whatever. But it was like you've got that going. His team wins, and they can't be out there. Like, are you insane? I mean, like UConn won the women's national championship yesterday, and like all their former players were out there, you know, on the court. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, they you know, yeah, they should be.
Steve, I can only think of one other situation that's worse than that. And I was involved in it. And I hesitate to even tell the story, but I will.
Tell it. Tell it.
Steve, Marcus Maben was at the entrance of Freedom Hall, and they wouldn't let that man into the locker room past the security.
That's crazy.
That's right, people. Daryl Griffin was right by the door. Steve, to this day, I'm ashamed that I had to say, "Oh, he's with me. He's with me. It's okay."
You said, wait a minute. You said Daryl Griffin was with you?
They weren't.
Like,
they weren't letting him get by at the little tunnel, tunnel to get into the locker room. And the guy's like, this kind of like this players only, right? And
yes.
Listen, you could see the crowd start to realize what they were watching, and you could hear the wait. Is he not letting Griff in? And Griff's kind of like looking around, like, y'all see this?
Yeah,
right. And he wasn't like, but he wasn't like, you
got him in.
Yes.
That's.
I was in.
I can't believe. Did he? Can he recover from that?
Listen, you know what though? We had a moment years and years later, when we were judging a dunk contest, right?
Uh-huh.
And Griff came up behind me. He grabbed both of my shoulders and kind of gave me a little snatch, right? Just a little shoulder, like a Davenport. If he grabbed both of your shoulders, like it's affectionate.
Your rib cage.
Yeah.
Or your rib cage.
It was affectionate, but the way he knocked me off balance, like I had to catch myself. And he said, "Yeah, man, you gotta work out a little more." So
yeah, he was establishing dominance.
Yes. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He just came up behind me and gave me a little like, I remember. Yeah. Look, I'm like, that was 15 years ago. What was I supposed to do? Look, I should have been like, I should have let the crowd.
Let me help you get in here.
I should have let the crowd figure it out, huh?
Golly.
I should have let the crowd just shame that man. Because I was like, yeah, no, he's good. I was like, he's good. Okay, he's with me.
Because I mean, and that would be the equivalent, right?
Yes.
I mean, that would be the equivalent to Louisville winning a national championship and them not letting Daryl Griffin on the stage.
And I remember.
Or on the court,
Yeah, no, into the locker room. It wasn't even onto the court.
And the dude that's not letting him on looks like the most like this dude loves his job.
Oh, listen, I know who you're thinking of, Steve.
Yeah, I know,
Nobody loves their job more than that guy.
The guy at the center.
Yes.
I've never felt more safe. I've never felt more safe because I'm like, nobody was getting through that, man.
Ever.
And this dude is like, look, I mean, you can tell, like, Hakeem Olajuwon's there and he's talking into his thing like, I've got a 6'10" black guy here who wants to come on the court. They're like, what's his name? I can't pronounce it. Yeah, you're like, God almighty.
The Dream or something.
Yeah. Like,
He
let him on.
He has
don't
a
have
pen.
credential.
He has a pen on his jacket that says top 50, and it has a Jerry West logo on it.
Did you hear who else got denied this week?
I'm listening.
Drew.
Who
got left out, dude? Drew Diener.
Got left out of what?
Yeah. Listen, he went to the Final Four, and listen, he went, thought he had a credential, so it was like, who got screwed worse this weekend, Akeem Olajuwon or Drew Diener? Because I think they both equally got.
You're
screwed.
making up, Steve. Don't make up stories on. Listen, I do not condone lies.
I promise, because to me, I don't know which one is the bigger story here. Drew went down for Westwood 1, and Hakeem Olajuwon played for the Phi Slamma Jamma.
It's got to be Drew, right?
It's got to be true.
It's got to be true. You go to sit. Listen, at least Dream probably lives in Texas.
And then took a flight back, and he had to stay in Baltimore. So
Shut up, Steve. Stop making up stories. That did not happen.
Yeah, no, it was like, yeah, he lived the wire. Yeah. like Drew's coming.
Okay, let me say this. Drew Diener has gotten over the years increasingly better at handling environments. Like, remember how we used to laugh about how, like, when people would come by and stare in the studio and how uncomfortable he would be? Like, I don't know if he's had therapy, but he's much better at dealing with starers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I imagine that wedding go well.
I bet he soaked his shirt to death. Whatever he had on, whatever polo he was wearing, I bet he soaked it. I hope he had one of those Westwood one nice dark color polos.
just real dark.
Because he's not taking that one lightly.
No.
No, I did not.
That went over.
I did not know that happened. But yeah,
I'm sure that went over like a ton of bricks.
Did he take somebody to task on it?
No.
He just ate it?
No. He just ate it. Handled it well, man.
Oh, that's maturity.
Yeah. Was proud of him.
I still can't believe Houston won that game.
Unreal, dude. Just unreal. I mean, the amount, and got a technical in the middle of it.
I thought
think about that.
I thought Duke was the better team.
Yeah,
I watched. I couldn't believe it.
If you are Mr. Grit and Determination, you won Saturday. Like, if you're that guy that's just, the guy that's like, I take grit and determination and never say die.
Was that was that fake juice from Samson?
No.
We're sick of hearing about Duke this and Duke that, and it's like, dude, you're one seed.
Nah. Yeah. Like, dude, come on, bro. Like, you didn't get you didn't get disrespect. You're the number one seed.
You were not. If all you heard was Duke, that's all you were listening to. Let me doom scroll on social media until I find an article that's giving
Actually,
Duke.
People were blown away with how Duke was treating you guys. Like, I was like, because I really believed in this Houston team, and I was like, now I thought Duke would win the game, but I was like, Duke may be an all-timer. I mean, the way they were just handling Houston, it was like, good Lord, man.
I thought Duke was the better team by far.
Well, I do too. I mean, I do for sure.
But I do agree with you. The grit never say die guy.
Yeah, that guy is just you were that's your night. That's your night to be like, no, that's what matters. It matters more than talent. Grit, determination, and hard work. It's like, yeah, all right, well, see what happens when you play Walter Clayton.
Walter Clayton from Iona.
Hey, dude, listen, that's going to be a good game. But I'll tell you what, man, Lieberman mid-season, I made a joke because I was like, Florida was like ranked like 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, I didn't even know Florida was ranked. Like, I kind of made a joke, and he was like, the seriousness in his voice back in mid-December. He was like, hey, Florida is really good, like really good. And I was like, oh, the way he was so serious about it, I was like, look, my first question, I was like, are you and Todd going buddies or something? Like, you're really going hard on
yeah,
that,
right.
man. Like,
it's like, well, where's this
who
coming
do you
from?
know from there? Listen, I love the state of Florida. I'm all for it. Like, hey, look, go ahead. If it's got to be an SEC team, I'm glad it's Florida.
See that new Florida bill?
I did not.
A bill addressing weather modification and chemtrails.
Oh, how about that?
So anyway,
chemtrails.
Lieberman, Florida.
Yeah, but no, he was.
Or did he
adamant,
just
like,
not
no,
want
dude.
you to say anything silly? It's like, Steve, you're gonna make us look.
I think that's probably what it was. But he has been big on that, and man, you watch him play, and it's just like, dude, they are so complete.
I mean,
and
they're going down
so much more complete than I think people realize. And it was just, I just, it's no disrespect to Houston, because I would not be shocked at all, like if Houston won the game. But I think it's going to be another one where they're going to have to beat the better team. And Florida is good, and Florida's not a bunch of freshmen running around out there.
I'll say this too. I will say this. There's something to like that. That's a great point of looking like Houston gave it all out, right? Gave their best effort. But when you start talking like rest versus rust, there's almost a place that you go past. I've seen it a lot. A place where you go past that you're used to playing so tired and so dead that now you can execute because you're not relying on energy. You're just like relying on getting it done. You know, like those practices or the games when you're just dead tired and you find a way to execute. That makes you more dangerous too. So
yeah.
Like I said, I love the depth and the pressure that Florida puts on, but Houston couldn't hit anything, and they were just figuring it out. And if they're just like locked in, figure it out mode, ooh,
yeah.
By the way, where's Shedeur Sanders gonna go?
I don't know.
You had to guess. Not place, number.
I don't think the Giants are going to take him, because I think it's why you signed Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it tricky, man. I almost wonder if it's not going to be until somebody trades up, right? Like maybe somebody trades into that spot and says, hey, I mean, he'll still go. I still don't think he'll fall out of the top 10, 12, you know. If he's there for Dallas, they at 12, I think Dallas take him just for that hell of it.
And he knows, like he's not scared to take. Man, Dallas.
He would be the most popular guy in Dallas, Texas.
Will it
Are
be
you kidding me?
Would it be anti-Dak or just pro?
Oh my God, a little bit of both. But if you picked him, you would immediately have to start seeking a trade. Because I mean, dude, Dak Prescott could be 22 for 23, and people would be like, "That's worse. That one pass is the worst pass I've ever seen in my life."
Oh, listen,
that's the worst pass I've ever seen in my life.
He would get the Joe Flacco so fast.
Yeah.
You remember how we were laughing at everybody, and we were like, we knew Steve. They was like, Joe Flacco won't make it past the 5th game.
Oh yeah,
no matter what he does.
Are y'all nuts? Like, dude, you got a shot.
Once they saw him in practice and heard what those teammates were like, he fast.
Yeah.
He got to Baltimore. They was like, he's different.
Yeah.
Joe, you on the clock.
It's a different dude, man. Yeah, it was like, yeah, he's gone. Hey, let me ask you about this really quick.
I'm listening.
Since we're kind of just firing them off. Louisville versus St. John's in the Garden. Return game here in Louisville. Apparently on the table. How you feel about that?
This is the loser in me.
Okay.
I dare you to try to retire before we get our game back here.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing I want to say. If we go to Madison Square Garden and play Rick Pitino, we better be the first game of next year, and you can retire after that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, seriously. If we play you up in the Garden, and especially now, if we win up in the Garden, he'll definitely come back. Yeah, he'll definitely. No, I'm saying he'll definitely like. No, we're playing. Look, come hell or high water. He'll be like, no, we're
that will keep him. That will keep him out of retirement, guaranteed.
But yes. But if we go up there and they beat us, I could totally see something like, you know,
I
you win some, you lose some.
I got my get backs.
Yeah. Like
I'm
look, we are gonna protest. Like, no, you are playing us. You get your butt down.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play what do you call it? A secret scrimmage in the summer. And
I think Rick's. I think Coach has kind of passed it though. I think it's his way to come back and be acknowledged by Louisville
for sure,
without just coming back and being acknowledged
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think honestly, when your rubber meets the road, that's what that's all about. He wants to come back and he wants to get that closure with Louisville fans, and so be it, dude. I mean, he was here for 16 years. He won a national championship here. Like, yes, but I think that's his way of doing it without being like, well, I'm just going to come for a game, because his pride still won't let him just. Well, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, because
show up.
He's like, I don't want anybody to think for 1 second that I am eating the charge on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. But if he comes back for a game, I think he knows. And a game allows it to, if there is a trickle of booze.
Yeah,
it explains it away.
Yeah, you're just a road
because
team.
It's a game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a game. You know, so I think that's the safest way. And look, and I'm not mocking it. Like, I get it, and I think that's probably the safest way for all parties, honestly. And
yes.
I love the idea.
No, it's perfect. Listen, and I'm sure it was Kenny Klein behind it. How awesome is it we see Kenny Klein on the front row at the tournaments all the time?
So good seeing him there, man, doing his thing. And yeah, that's all I say. I'm just so here for it, man. I'll be pumped. I've always wanted to go to the Garden for a game, and I thought I missed my shot with the Big East, and this will be perfect to go up there and watch Louisville St. John's in the Garden. I imagine it will be just.
It might have been Josh Hurd's idea. What do I know?
Well, it wouldn't shock me at all.
Right.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
Right. So
I don't think Louisville's afraid. I mean, PK ain't got nothing to lose in that. Like, it's Rick Pitino, dude.
Yeah, PK can say
it's not like one of those deals like, you better not lose to him. You know,
Josh, get it done.
You know, I mean, if like, you know, if I mean, I hate to do it to him, but like if Kenny Payne was coaching a team and you met up with them in the tournament, I think Louisville fans would be like, I wish you'd lose that game.
We could. It could be the most meaningless game.
I'll slap you next time I see you at the restaurant if you lose this game.
Let's take our quick last commercial break here on 93.9 The Ville.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Billy.
Hi, I'm Billy Hatcher, a former professional baseball player, and I'm a patient at Tri-State Men's Health. Before I started the treatment, it was like my body was sore all the time, and I was feeling very, very sluggish. One day, I would be full of energy, and the next day was like, where did all my energy go? And since I've started, my body hasn't felt this good in a long time. I feel like, I'm not 21 to 25 again. It's just been great. I feel very, very comfortable coming here. When you have the energy, it's amazing. You get to do so many other things that you couldn't do prior to that. If you're tired of hurting in the mornings, you want to improve your health, you want to feel better, give a call to Tri-State Men's Health. I promise you, you will feel better.
Thanks, Billy. It's true. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Spring Street Bar and Grill, open daily 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. with food served until 2 a.m. Join them for Monday Night Trivia at 7 p.m. with cash prizes for the top 3 teams. Also, Tuesdays, get one of the best burgers in the city and a side of your choice for just $10. Dine in only. That's not all. Daily lunch special, 5 and fry. 5 chicken wings and a side of fries for just $10. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. Find Vigilante Hot Sauce at Spring Street Bar and Grill, too. Spring Street Bar and Grill. Come early, stay late.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Bill, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Mon cher, are you hungry? Okay, I'm not going to do a Cajun accent, but you guys already know the fine folks at Lulu Food and Drink have some of the best Cajun food in the city, right? Well, now they have a brand new location in the heart of Middletown at 12717 Shelbyville Road. 3 area locations, St. Matthews, Market Street in Nulu, and now Middletown, each offering a unique experience of Southern food with more than a dash of New Orleans and Italy. And don't forget to try our extensive wine and cocktail list. Lulu Food and Drink, now in Middletown.
It's time to get rid of the dust and pollen in your home the easy way with Zero Res Air Duct Experts. Just picture it. The Zero Res pros come in, the dust, pollen, and allergens go out. Plus, right now, if you mention ESPN Louisville, you get $30 off your next air duct cleaning. $30 off. Use promo code AIR30 when scheduling online at ZeroResLouisville.com today. Ask about Zero Res's commercial cleaning too. Zero Res, all they leave is clean.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes thump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
The madness is here. Check out the standings on your bracket at ESPNGlobal.com. Head over to ESPNGlobal.com right now to check out the standings where you rank in the ESPN Global Bracket Challenge for your shot at prizes like a 50-inch TV from RGB Home Theaters, passes to Louder in Life and Bourbon and Beyond, wings for a year from Buffalo Wild Wings, pizza for a year from Boombox Pizza and Watch Bar, an annual membership to Planet Fitness, tickets to upcoming shows and events at the KFC Yum Center, custom orthotics from New Horizon Foot and Ankle, a storage unit with your favorite team color from Stronghold, a remote starter kit or backup cam, or gift cards to Extreme Audio Sound and Marine, gear and swag for Next Level Ranges, Kentucky branded, Shady Rays, tickets to upcoming shows at the Global Palace, and much more. The ESPN Global Bracket Challenge is live now. Check the standings at ESPNGlobal.com to see where you rank. The ESPN Global Bracket Challenge is brought to you by Coors Light, UA Local 502, Mechanical Contractors of Kentucky, Louisville Ladder, and Kentucky Fish and Wildlife.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always the first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. You want to wrap it up with Ament odds?
Oh, well, I mean, I'd be making them up. I mean, I can do that. It's just, I don't think anybody knows anything about this kid or what their plan is.
The surest thing you think is just the time.
Is it
it's very time
for sure?
sensitive.
Yeah. It's like they're, it's so wild, man. To
say you don't know.
I don't know
yeah,
that I've
you
ever
don't know
had
what he wants.
recruitment.
You know what he's looking for.
Yeah, I mean, you're just dealing, like I said, you're dealing with an agent at this point. It feels like, and it's like, well, I guess whenever he's ready to pull the trigger, but I do think that there will be, and who it feels sneaky suspicious about.
I'm listening.
Old JVC, old John Vincent Calipari. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like one of those old school Kentucky recruitments where you're like, oh, these two teams are like, oh yeah, we got him. All right, it's Louisville Duke. Where's he going? Kentucky. Or
I was gonna say, yeah. Was that so Freudian?
No. I was saying, like, that's how those old
that's how it felt.
Go.
Old recruitment.
Now it's like, it's like Duke Louisville. He's going to Arkansas. You're like, well, of course he is. You like should have seen that coming. I knew it.
How many times have you gotten the rug swept off from underneath your feet?
Like your significant other, like you found text messages. You've seen pictures. You've seen, they were out together last night. Whatever. And then you walk in, you catch up one day, and it's like, I knew this. Like, hang on, I'm not mad. Like, I knew this.
If anything, I'm mad at myself.
Yeah, well, I knew this was happening. Like, and that's kind of, if he ends up picking Arkansas, it'd be like, oh, no kidding, he picked Arkansas. He's still John Calipari.
He's still a top 5 recruit, and it's still John Calipari.
Yeah, like God.
No, I'm sorry, Arkansas, John Calipari.
Yeah, and he's just got a lot of money. I mean, if they want to take Walmart money or Tyson Chicken money and say, you know what, give him $6 million. What's it take? Let's go. Put you on the team.
And
what you gonna do about it?
Because you can never say I'm not going to get you to the league.
Yeah,
that's never a conversation with him.
No,
I get you to the league no matter what.
Right.
Look, I can trot y'all out there, and you can lose. We can go 500. My players going to the league. If you're a lottery, you're going lottery.
Absolutely.
All right, Nikki, what you got on deck? Play us out.
Well, let me remind you of some
sorry.
friends of mine. No, it's okay. It's all right. No big deal. We can do that. You're probably forgetful, which it could be a sign of low testosterone. So if you are, and some things are slipping your mind like that, then you should go check my. No, I don't either. I just made it up. But if it is, you can go over and check out my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health, man. Get you right back on track. Get you look sharp as a tack. Boom. Here we go. And they'll help you right out, man. Listen, it's a quick 30-minute appointment. Go in there. They'll take your blood. They're going to look at it, and they're going to give you the numbers. And